I'm Jenna, or if you follow me on Instagram, you know me as Jenna's Journey with a cute little X in the middle. I'm here today with Weight Loss Stories TV to share with you guys my weight loss story. I started my journey about 2 years ago. At 17, I weighed nearly 400 pounds. And looking back, I've always been overweight. I've always been on the bigger side. I have always been the fat girl. I grew up with divorced parents, kind of in a broken home. My father was extremely narcissistic. Um, he would make fun of me. He would belittle me. He would crack jokes about, oh, I hope she didn't dent the floor if I were to fall. I was never made to feel like I was okay with who I am. I was never taught to love myself. And I never learned how to properly process my emotions because I was scared that they would upset him. And in return, I turned to food to cope. When I would feel extremely anxious or angry or sad, I would eat. I would just eat and eat. And I guess that's when the weight started to pile on. But it wasn't until I had a huge falling out with him that my weight spiraled out of control. I became severely depressed and anxious. I would never leave the house. I actually dropped out of school because I was being made fun of because of my size. I started to sleep all day and eat all day. That's all I would do. I would never leave the house. I wouldn't go out. I was scared people were going to make fun of me. My weight got to a point where getting out of bed, I was out of breath. Going to the grocery store, I couldn't. I was so scared that people were going to laugh at me and look at me. I got into the car one day and I barely fit. I couldn't get the seatbelts around. I had to pull the seat all the way forward, sit the seat up as straight as I possibly could to just barely even get the seatbelt around me. That is when I think it clicked in my brain that I needed to change because, it's dehumanizing. You feel like you're trapped. I didn't feel real. Every year, actually, I would tell myself that it was going to be the year that I changed. It was going to be the year that I moved on from all of my past. It was going to be the year that I lost the weight. And every year my birthday would roll around and I would make that promise to myself. And every time I would disappoint myself. I felt like I was a disappointment to everyone. My mom, my siblings, my dad. I was a failure. I spent most of my teen years and my childhood wishing that I was someone else, wishing that I was prettier or skinnier, wishing that I was happier, wishing that my life wasn't my life. Sometimes I wished I wasn't around because who wants to be around when you feel like you're a burden to everyone, even yourself? And I didn't think I was ever going to change because I kept disappointing myself every year because I would never follow through on what I would tell myself. But on my 17th birthday, when that came around, I told myself the same exact thing that I tell myself every year, that it's going to be the year that I change. It's going to be the year that I actually do it. And you know what? I did. I'm not really sure what clicked inside of me, but 2 days after my birthday, I started my journey. And I just basically started with watching what I was eating, and I started going on walks. I was doing silly things like substituting a salad for French fries, substituting water for soda, and those things started to, kind of stick. I started walking more. I started taking the dog out for a walk, and it just progressed from there. I started doing silly little workouts in my garage at the time. And, I became so determined to do it. Inside, it was like something flipped. A switch was flipped and a fire was started in my soul. And I became the most determined person I know. And, I didn't do this without struggling. Major weight loss in general, it is a struggle. You have days where you don't know what you're doing. You don't understand what's happening. You have days when your body hurts. You have days when you look in the mirror and you don't think anything is happening. You don't think you've changed. I still have days where I look in the mirror and I feel like I'm still almost 400 pounds. I feel like I haven't done anything. But then again, I have days where I'm the proudest person in the world, where I can't stop gloating about where I came from and what I've accomplished. You know, it's a mental battle. You can't go a day without realizing what you've done. Weight loss is a never ending uphill battle that you have to fight like hell in. You know, you have to have motivation, you have to have something that drives you. And during my journey, what motivated me the most was knowing that I was going to become the person that I've always wanted to be, the person that I've always known I am. And another driving factor was that I was going to be healing myself mentally, emotionally, and physically. And that one day I might be able to help other people who have been in similar situations that I have been in. And, you know, I did. I dropped out of high school. I stopped going to school. I thought my life was kaput. I thought it was nothing. I thought it was over. I thought I had screwed up big time. But, you know, I'm currently pursuing a degree in exercise science, and I'm hoping that one day I'll be able to help impact others' lives, motivate them to make a change. I want people to know they aren't alone in this battle. I found the Wlstories community at a pivotal point in my journey. I had already lost a massive amount of weight, you know, about 150 pounds, and I was at a standstill. I felt like nothing was happening. I thought I was never going to reach my goal. And when I found the community, I was so in awe and inspired by everyone's stories. They actually gave me the strength and motivation to continue. And I'm so grateful to be a part of this community now. I love seeing everyone help each other. I love it. I love seeing people tell someone that they're beautiful, that they've come so far. It warms my heart to know that there are people out there who are going through the same thing that I'm going through. And we all just want to help each other. We would just want to keep going. We don't want to stop. We want to uplift everyone, to let everyone know that what they're doing is awesome. The whole reason I actually started my Instagram account was because I want to help inspire others. I want to motivate and impact people. I want them to know the truths about major weight loss. I want them to know my ups and downs, and I want them to know that I have good days, I have bad days, and I want to show everyone that. I want people to know about my loose skin, my flabby bat wings. I want people to know about my belly fat. I want people to know when my body hurts, and I want people to know when I feel like the greatest person in the entire world. I want to share with people what goes on. I honestly think that we need to start being open and honest about ourselves and our bodies. I think we need to stop flexing for the gram, and we need to start being real. And with that, I want to end this with a starting tip for anyone out there who's struggling with their weight loss, whether they're just starting or they're almost to the end. You need to know that it's a battle within you, and you're going to struggle. Sometimes you'll fail, but you have to just keep fighting. You have to fight and fight and fight. Every day is a battle. Some days are easier than others, but you just have to keep going. Fight like hell, because you're a badass warrior who is going to do great things in life. And with that, I want to say thank you to the Wlstories community. I want to say thank you to you guys for listening to me blabber on about me. And I want to also say thank you to Keith for giving me the opportunity to share my story with you guys. And I want to leave you guys with my before and after pictures, so check those out and inspire others.